Phoenix 911, where is your emergency?
Oh, I just found a woman's body out in the desert.
In April 2023, a neighbor found 29-year-old Lauren Heike stabbed more than a dozen times off a popular North Phoenix hiking trail. A newly released police report shows messages and searches from Lauren's devices and breaks down the investigation that followed her death, including police questioning the man she had been dating.
So we were friends, went on dates and stuff, and just enjoyed each other's company.
Carlos Anderson, who we spoke with months after Heike's death, helped police and eventually was cleared as a suspect. It was DNA from Lauren's shoe found at the scene that ultimately pointed police to suspect Zion Teasley, coming up as a match in a criminal database.
Zion William Teasley.
Police arrested Teasley just days after Heike's death, charging him with murder. Wednesday's report detailing Teasley's struggle with sexuality and gender identity in messages, internet searches, and journal entries. Police noting in his images they found photos from Lauren's social media appearing to be accessed days after her death, along with images of Teasley in an outfit they say were similar to what Heike was wearing when she was killed. The report says during his interview, Teasley told investigators he would want to look like Lauren. When asked by police if he planned Heike's murder, Teasley allegedly saying, "I'm telling you, if I was going to do something like that, it definitely wouldn't be premeditated." Phoenix police also detailing messages and an alleged relationship between Teasley and a Phoenix patrol officer, with a large amount of messages exchanged between the pair, until the day the now 24-year-old was arrested.
Today marks the 2-year anniversary of Lauren's death, which is difficult for us.
Lauren's parents in court this week as Teasley's trial date was pushed back to January 2027. Teasley has pleaded not guilty, but has been charged in 2 other separate felony cases.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. And holy cow, like, you know that we have a big problem in our society. It's like, in what world would the guy's, I would say he's a good looking young black man. In what world would he want to, what's wrong with our society? What's wrong with people mentally that instead of wanting to be with a beautiful young blonde girl, that they would just I want to be you. I want to be desired as much as I desire wanting to look like you. That's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. But, this is the world we live in now. Again, I don't know what on earth is going on. Like I said, not a bad-looking guy. What would drive you to want to be a blonde white woman when you're I'd say, fairly attractive young man who could just be with the pretty young blonde woman? It might not be that Pacific blonde, but there's plenty of them out there.
Don't know what it is.
No, we still have a serious mental health crisis going on in this country, and it all stems from the LGBTQ movement.
Yeah, we showed that one. I wish I could find that again. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I could pull it up. I might try to, but that one where it says the likelihood of transgenders or the LGBTQ community to molest or assault children was 10 times higher, 20 times higher than the normal population.
Yeah. Again, the LGBTQ movement is nothing but sexual degeneracy in practice. And that's a shame, man. Like I said, there is something truly wrong with the movement itself, and they just are blind to it. They go, again, we live in the age of affirmation. Affirm my sin. Affirm the things that I'm doing wrong. It's again, the Bible laid it out pretty clear, man.
Yeah.
And there's just people that go, well, yeah, no, but it's like they have all these what was the context of the time? What was the culture of the time? Doesn't matter. What was the culture of Sodom and Gomorrah? I didn't stop the Lord from destroying the city because there were so many degenerates there. Remember, that's our entire legal system is based off of if there is but one good man, spare the city. And he only found one good man, and that was Lot. But yeah, crazy, man. Again, what world would a young black... seriously, a young black guy, as good looking as him, would be like, I want to be a beautiful blonde woman. Again, this is when obsession becomes wrong. It's like, I don't just want to be with her, I want to be her. Yeah, I mean, this is a modern day Buffalo Bill.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But Silence of the Lambs.
yeah, I mean, well, I even saw this. Like I said, Tim Pool talked about it. Says there's no such thing as like furries before the advent of anthropomorphized cartoons.
yeah,
So that's the thing is like he doesn't even want his kid watching, like Looney Tunes or anything because he doesn't want that to be an issue.
yeah. It's a sad reality, man. I mean, it's like, in what world could you go from Mickey Mouse to I'm attracted to Mickey Mouse? Again, this is degeneracy at its finest, man.
I honestly just say it's failed parenting. That would be honestly the only way that could be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, I was listening to Matt Walsh on Tucker Carlson the other day, and he was talking about how it's degeneracy, but no, he was talking about how what we do in the privacy of our own bedroom is none of your business. That was the whole fulcrum or the arguing point of the LGBTQ movement.
Community, correct?
But like I said again. Here's the counterpoint to that, and I'm not saying it's like, oh, have sexual intercourse in public. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what do we do in private? We usually sin in private. It's like, I don't want anybody to see me because of the shame that this act is. It's like, what we do in the privacy of in our bedroom is none of your business. It's like, but it's wrong inherently, but you're doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you're sinning alone. And now it's like, but I mean, they don't even have the courtesy to sin alone now. Like they sin open out in the public, and they're like, "Come here, kids, watch me."
Yeah, well, that's the issue. Is like, yes, it turned into what happens in my bedroom stays in my bedroom, and now it's turned into we're going to do this out in public and flaunt it in front of everybody. And if you don't accept it, you're a bigot.
Yes, I mean, it is disgusting. It is gross, and I mean, I don't know, man. Again, this guy right here represents something wrong, something dying in our society.
Yes.
I don't know what to say. I mean, again, why would you? Why does he want to be this girl? Why doesn't he just want to be with this girl?
I don't know. So clearly there's something messed up in his psyche. But it says here, 24-year-old conflicted about his gender identity, viciously murdered a young woman after he flew into a jealous rage because of her beauty, cop said. Zion Teasley, who wrote about his beliefs he was transgender in his diary in the days leading up to the slaying, stabbed 29-year-old Lauren Hakey 15 times as she hiked on an Arizona trail April 2023, according to police. And yeah, she's gorgeous too.
Yeah, I mean, two incredibly attractive people have I've thrown she got her life taken away, and he threw his life away because he wanted to be her.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I have been battling with my gender identity and sexuality, Teasley said to have written in a journal entry, according to ABC 15. I am a Christian, so this isn't allowed. I want to live life to serving God, but how can I do this with these other sins in the way? I know I am forgiven for my sins, but it's still a lot of pressure, and it's hard to maintain a good Christian mindset 24/7. The accused killer reportedly wrote. And yes, everyone struggles with this. Like, we struggle with this stuff every day. So something was clearly wrong with this guy, like, in the head.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some demons, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But again, man, I don't understand. Like, why do you want to be an attractive blonde woman when you're a good-looking young black dude? I mean, I don't understand. Like, the world's your oyster, dude.
Yeah. It says cops revealed Teasley said of Heike before his arrest, "That's what I would have wanted to look like." Investigators also said that they found photos of Teasley wearing an outfit similar to the one Heike was wearing when she was found killed. Teasley, whose authorities have referred to their client as her in courtroom, as a rap sheet dating back to 2020, and completed a 3-year jail sentence for armed robbery just 5 months before his alleged slaying. It's kind of similar to what was going on with that one guy, that weird like community organizer that stole that cop cars. Like, he kept ranting about Jesus.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but part of me is just wondering, did he just do this trans thing because he wanted to be put in women's jail? Like,
if he had a diary about it beforehand, I would say no. Since it's from a diary beforehand, I would say no. But I mean, it's very possible that they're like, how do you want to be? He could have decided, identify me as a woman post the stabbing, so that way I go to a women's prison.
Yeah,
because he's going to be taken advantage of if he goes to a men's prison.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to be a lady? Well, you'll be treated like a lady here.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. The guy's clearly crazy.
Again, this is just tragic, man. I mean, tragic.
And that's all I have for
And this
that.
happened a long time ago too.
Yeah, 2018 or 17. Yeah,
And this is just now coming out that like he
and
wanted
then it got
to
pushed
be
back
her.
to 2027.
Yeah, I mean that's like the opposite of having a quick and speedy trial. You have the right to a quick and speedy trial. I mean, this is post-COVID stuff. So,
Yeah, but murder trials are weird because
they want evidence.
Yeah. Both parties usually want more time to completely either convict or unconvict.
Yeah,
their
prosecute.
client.
Yeah, the defense would want it to happen as quick as possible. The prosecution would want it to take its time.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see how this could be. Clearly had a journal entry, said that I'd want to look like her. I mean, like, this guy's clearly wacko.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's an interactive young lady. I mean, again, but why do you want to be her? Why don't you just want to be with her? That's just, what the hell? I don't know, man. We live in crazy times, man.
Yep.
All right, what else you got for me, homeboy?
Well, all I have left is just meme review now, which we can go. I've got a lot.
yeah. Let's just start.
Some of these we'll just talk about, like we'll watch some of these, but a lot of these we'll just kind of just do a quick recap. So there's the one from that we did before, which I still think is great. Maryland Dad,
the new hit Disney show.
Maryland Dad, beaten wife, and the nosy neighbor across the street. I love it. Now, this one's funny. Congressman from Sarah Fields reposted this, community notes with the win, but it's not really a win just yet because the community notes at this point in time hasn't affirmed this yet. But RFK Jr. says, fluoride makes you stupider. Interesting take from a man actively proving that it's not the water, it's the policy. This ain't healthcare. It's headline chasing and government with a government badge. Notes suggest context to be shown with the post, and it says needs more ratings before it's approved. But unfortunately, fluoride does have long-term neurotoxin effects. Also, wig glue, if used excessively, can also have neurological problems, which is what has likely led to Congressman Jasmine Crockett to post this.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
That's pretty bad, right there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And if anyone remembers, Sarah Fields is the one that kind of exposed Harry Sisson.
Yeah.
So that's why she's kind of she's more like trolling now. Now, next big thing that we talked about, which we might even do our own video over this, but that Shari Thandar, congressman, the Indian congressperson from Michigan or whatever, literally was a part of this, whatever this organization is that was using beagles for testing, something. I'm not even sure. But yeah, check this out.
Today we rescued 120 beagles from a lab in New Jersey that had gone out of business. And some friends of ours at an animal rights organization in New York City went and freed them and said, we need to do something with these animals.
It was just really amazing how things worked out. Just the other day, we're like, oh, wait a second. It's 4th of July. They're gaining freedom over Independence Day weekend.
Okay, there it is right there. I can see it down here in the small part. OMG, and this is from Libs of TikTok. OMG, Shari Thandar, the Democrat rep who filed impeachment charges against Donald Trump, reportedly left over 150 dogs and monkeys to starve to death in an abandoned New Jersey lab that he owned. So here's the guy that is filing impeachment for Donald Trump. Not exactly a ringing endorsement for animal and human rights.
Not exactly a beacon of moral grace and moral goodness, man. Not a beacon of morality in general. And again, this is what happens when people from cultures that are not compatible with ours come to this country. Now, I'm not saying, for the most part, like you said, a lot of Indians come, like when they immigrate to the UK, become more British than the British. But again, they do not share your values. Like, I mean, like when it comes to animals, like, I mean, like we have made animals like not just pets, but companions now. Mm-hmm. A lot of people from other cultures, like Muslims, for instance, when we showed you that video, that girl goes, well, we don't like dogs. Dogs aren't allowed in the house because these dogs scare angels away.
Which doesn't make any sense. God created dogs. He created all living beings on the planet, so he doesn't like dogs and his angels don't like dogs. Of the sense that makes, zero it is.
Yes, and again, so like people from India probably don't value dogs the same way we do. Mm-hmm. So that's what's absolutely nuts, man. Like, I mean, like there are people, like these people have been voted into office, so they're going to vote their values, and their values are, I mean, again, Democrats are always voting against each other. They just don't realize it. They march in lockstep and unity when it comes to like all the progressive issue stuff, but then when it comes to actual things that matter, like again, how many of those people there do you think were, card-carrying Republicans? They're probably more PETA types,
they are definitely probably more likely like liberal lefty types for sure.
So again, these people don't share our values,
Because right-wing people are hunters and farmers. We understand that animals are, creatures that we have dominion of, not things that, they are equal to us.
Yeah.
But this next one here is great. It's clearly a trans teacher that has a trans flag, Black Lives Matter, gay pride, the Black Power fist, all this stuff. And then the kid's getting kicked out of class for having a "Don't Tread on Me" backpack.
Yeah. I mean, this is a perfect summary of like the way our culture's treating people on the right now. I mean, it's like, look at that. I can promote all the things that I like, but the minute I see something that comes like a Trump hat or a "Don't Tread" shirt or American flag shirt, get out of my classroom.
Yep.
I mean, again, this is what happens when you have activist teachers.
Yep.
And if you act like that's not happening, you're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. I mean, we've shown tons of videos on this show alone of teachers yelling and, saying, take off that hat when they come into their classroom. It's absolutely crazy.
Yep. Then, of course, it's the border, letting illegals in, and they go in and kill somebody, and then don't forget to vote, says the Democratic donkey.
Mm-hmm.
Next one here is, I think this one's absolutely hilarious. It says, missionaries from Africa bring the gospel to United Methodist Church, because it's all gay pride stuff now.
Why are you gay?
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Dude, that
You
makes
are
a lot of sense. Like, everyone's like, we need to be more like other cultures. Like, have you seen how homophobic every other culture in the world that is not a Western modernized nation is?
Again, it's like what Matt Walsh and Tucker Carlson were talking about. There is no society that survives that promotes the gay lifestyle, especially there. I mean, again, it's we've talked about this before too. When you choose to be gay, you forfeit
the right to reproduce.
The right to reproduce. Period. And now we've got literally rent-a-womb people. Like, it means like that they're paying prostitutes to not get laid for 9 months to carry these back. They are literally buying children. That's the only way you can describe it. Gay men are buying children.
Mm-hmm. Now, this next one I think is super important. This is crap that the media never brings up. Breaking. President Trump just freed Tony Holden, a Memphis contractor and father of 6, after 2.5 years in a Kuwaiti prison on fake drug charges. Why is the media not reporting on this? Because they can't give Donald Trump a win. This man was locked up in Kuwait for 2.5 years on some bogus drug charges. And freaking Kim Kardashian and all those people would be all over this back in the day. He's like, oh, we're free. Like, what was that one basketball player that they talked about?
Oh, what's her name?
Brittany Griner?
Yeah, Brittany Griner. Yeah. That's right. You got it.
Where is this on this? There's nothing about this right now, but check this out.
All right, Mr. President Trump, I want to thank you for what you've done for me and my family. I just mentioned to Adam that I wanted you to know, everyone on your team, everyone that have supported this effort, that you know that we greatly appreciate it, okay? I wanted you to be able to meditate on how you affected personally lives and the difference that you've made. I'm a 60-year-old grandfather and father, so I can't put words in how, excited, give all grace and honor to God, but he used instruments, and there have been a lot of people behind the scenes who have done a great work. So I wanted you to be able to hear that directly from me. And again, God bless you and your family. All right, Mr. President.
Yeah, that's
fantastic. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And again, the media is not going to report on it because it gives Trump a W. Again, we should if you are a person of good moral character, it's like whenever, let's say if Barack Obama or Joe Biden did something that I liked, I would celebrate that. I'd be like, well, that was a good move by Joe Biden, or that was a good move by Barack Obama. The left does not have that within them. They don't have that grace within them to celebrate something as amazing as that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Don't know. But this next one here, I can't play it all because it's super long. But this is a woman berating her 89-year-old grandfather for voting Republican. She says, "You're voting against me," and he's just like, he even likes it. I think he freaking turns. This guy's still sharp as a tack. He's like, but the Democrats aren't doing anything for you either. And it's like, I mean, he literally just wrecks her. He's like, okay, but she's like, I can't. She's like, I can't be a part of your life anymore. An 89-year-old grandfather can't be a part of your life anymore because you don't believe I should exist. And at no point does he ever say the words, "I don't think that you should exist." He goes, "I voted Republican because I think that their policies are better."
Let's play it. See what's up.
Oh man, it's too long. It's 10
too
minutes
long?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes long, buddy.
Holy cow!
I'll play a little bit of it.
I don't want you to think that this is a debate in any type of way. I just want to ask you questions and I want you to answer them. Okay, go. Name?
Can I just say my first name, Frank?
Yeah, and age.
82.
What party
82.
have you historically voted for in your life?
Republican.
Do you know what I would label myself politically?
Well, I would tend to think that you're neither. Because neither one is doing the right thing.
Did you vote this year, 2024?
Yeah.
Who did you vote for?
Trump.
So, now going back to that, because I had a feeling that was going to be the answer. Why do you think you can vote away my basic human rights and expect a relationship with me?
All right, perfect. That's all I need to see. Yep. So again, this it's okay to have disagreements with your family, but I mean, to basically just categorize. I mean, this is what the modern left is, though. What that woman is doing, that's the modern left. I'm gonna film myself throwing a hissy fit with a member of my family who's probably a lot older, a lot wiser, and seen a lot more stuff, and I'm just gonna be like, "You're trying to vote away my right to exist." Like, what are you talking about?
Yep. And then this one right here is even more wild. Holy crap. Felipe Gomez, a non-citizen working as a police officer in Belmont, California, was arrested for assaulting, and I have the R word on here, a woman with a mental disorder. Gomez was previously arrested for domestic violence before he even became a cop. This was that whole program where, we want to have illegals
become police officers to help them police illegal immigrant communities. That's working out real well, huh?
Yeah, check this out.
Last week, Redwood City Police arrested Gomes at the Belmont Police Headquarters on Penal Code 261A1. Rape of someone who was incapable of giving legal consent due to a mental disorder. Before he hired Gomes, the I-Team has learned that Chief Stenquist received phone calls from the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office and East Palo Alto Police warning him that both agencies had rejected Gomes because of his domestic violence arrest in 2017.
When a department head calls you and says something's wrong, take a closer look, or don't hire someone, you should take a closer look.
Court records show that Gomes and his wife were on vacation from their home in Brazil at this Ramada Inn in Kissimmee, Florida. The charging affidavit says they'd been married a year when Gomes spotted texts on his wife's cell phone from an ex-boyfriend and that he struck her repeatedly in the face and stomach. An officer wrote that he observed a large bruise that covered most of his wife's left cheek and scratches to her right cheek.
I'll pause it right there, but I mean, this is basically like every single gun crime that you hear about is oh, well, it turns out that this guy was a felon and shouldn't have had guns in the first place.
Yeah, you guys let this guy become a cop? Holy cow, but I mean, I guess it's not different than what they're doing in the UK, allowing Muslims to come in and become cops, and they're the ones helping hide the Islamic grooming gangs. It's like, we're burying that evidence, and we're not bringing in people for interviews to stop these Islamic gangs because they were part of it. Again, why would this guy help police illegal immigrant communities, knowing that he benefited from people allowing him to come through because he's an illegal immigrant?
Yep.
This is crazy, man.
And here's this next one. This one's great because it shows up how the media covers things up. So here's the real picture, and it's that lady that attacked that police officer with the knife in the apartment complex. And then it's the media, what the Democratic media would show you. It zooms in so the knife isn't in the picture frame
she's just an innocent baby angel Aladdin trying to defend herself from a racist cop who's Asian.
This one will probably do like a whole breakdown over, but it literally shows that once guns became open carry, you no longer have to have a permit to carry weapons anymore. Crime rates have plummeted in Ohio.
Again, this is that old, I even had this argument with people in college. It's like going, what do you think this is? The old Wild West? Like, everybody needs a gun? Like, open carry? That's so stupid. It's like all these educated liberal college elites. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, it's like, we don't live in that honor culture anymore, like where people challenge each other to duels anymore. That exists in the black and gang community. But for the most part, like, I'm not going to challenge you to a duel because of my honor. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, you have open carry in places like here in Oklahoma or in Ohio, in which particular case of this article. Guess what happens? All of a sudden, criminals go, oh, wait a minute. We're allowed to open carry? Like, anybody can carry a gun on them now? That makes robbing people a lot harder. It makes choosing your suspects your victims a lot harder. Yeah. Because all of a sudden, it's like going, well, again, you remember that study that they did where like criminals just they like showed people videos of people like criminals, and they would choose like their victim. They go, that's the person right there, and they all choose the same person. They go, why? He doesn't walk with confidence. He looks like he's scared. He looks like he's somebody that I could just bark at and start yelling at, and they just comply.
People that they know that they could take advantage of that are unfortunately the term is going to be that are more beta. Like, they don't look confident in themselves, and they look like somebody that they can just harp on.
Yeah. So again, now they have to think a little harder. It's like going, that little scrawny guy that I might rob more easy might be carrying a gun. Every girl, girls have it easier than guys because guys, we have to like put it in our pockets or wear a holster or some type of belt. Girls have purses. Every girl with a purse can just pull her little concealed carry out of her purse and start blasting, man. Mm-hmm. Girls, you got it easy.
Yep. This next one here is great, but yeah, this basically sums up 2025. It's 2025. F off. Nobody cares anymore, and it's a little stick figure kicking an LGBTQ.
Seriously, I mean, guys, the LGBT community has outstayed their welcome. It's over, man. You are destroying our society. Yeah.
Said you're constant pressuring and having to take over every space is literally what drove people to Trump. It's the Democratic and the LGBTQ policies that having to be in your face 24/7 to tell you that you have to accept us is what is driving people away from you.
Again, this is a perfect meme. It's over. We're done. We're sick of listening to it. You guys are constant whiners, constant complainers. Stop. We're done. You can either live amongst us and live with us, but you don't get special treatment. We don't have to affirm you. We don't care about your lifestyle. Stop rubbing it in our face. Stop flaunting it in our faces. But again, it's that old quote. It's like, evil preaches tolerance until it gains power, then it tries to silence good.
And then here's another big one right here. I don't know why. It's always Democrats. Mm-hmm. You hardly ever see any Republican. If there is a Republican that does something like this, it's 1 in a million, and they harp on it for forever. But here's another one. Breaking news. Former Georgia Democrat Congress candidate who called for Trump's assassination arrested in a multi-state child sex trafficking sting.
Again, this is one of those things where they are projecting. They're going, Trump's evil. Trump's the worst thing. It's like, again, talk about the somebody you hate, somebody that's generating the media, and all it is, it's them deflecting to keep the eyes of the media off of them.
Yep. Next one I have here is Trump captures fugitive illegal alien accused of killing a 13-year-old, Crishia Odette. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. But yeah, I mean, guys, this is what you get with unfettered illegal immigration, man. Children are dying. Women are being assaulted. This is what you get. This is what, when Joe Biden allows 13 million immigrants to just come during his tenure.
Yep. And this one's really good. Mommy, is that a man or a woman? It's a Democrat, honey.
Yeah.
Here's a few lawn signs I'm waiting for. I love it. And it's Fauci. What's her name? I forget her name. Chuck Schumer, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and Kamala. I forget this lady's name. What is this lady right here?
I can't even see it.
It's the black congresswoman that called for you get in their face
and you get a crowd.
I forget her name.
I can't think of her name right now either. That's sad.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, that's great.
Maxine Waters.
Yeah, Maxine Waters. You got it. Okay, here's this one. I think this one's great. This one's from Stone Toss. Race is just a social construct. Sadly, the donor for your blood marrow transplant is from an incompatible social construct.
This is a perfect meme. This is why Stone Toss is the best political cartoonist around. Like, that is perfect. That's a sorry that you have an incompatible social construct donor.
Yeah. And then here's the other one, the great hypocrisy of BLM movement. This is a black-only space. You're not wanted here. Okay. And then it says, this is a white-only space. You're not wanted here. I'm going to sue you for discrimination. And remember, college campuses literally have areas that are for people of color only, and whites aren't allowed.
They've been arguing for segregated dorms since like 2013, like whenever Jordan Peterson came to prominence.
100%.
I mean, you remember that one guy that was filming, like, that had that redheaded college professor goes, I can film here. She goes, no, you can't. You need to get out of here. I need some muscle. Get rid of this camera person. You know, it's like that. I mean, that's how long ago this has been, like 2012, 2013 era. Yeah. They were asking for segregated dorms.
Remember, those were professors that were pushing for this too. They were all in on this. And then here's this next one. This more kids doing plays of killing.
They're celebrating a martyr's death right there.
Yeah. So this goes to show you, is like, you wonder why they hate all the Western world and Israel. This is why right here.
So if we can go back to that Douglas Murray-Dave Smith debate, again, this is why Douglas Murray was right for the wrong reasons, and Dave Smith was right for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So again, if Douglas Murray had showed Dave Smith this kind of stuff, like, hey, he could have been like, hey, Jamie, pull this up really quick. This is why Israel cannot make peace with Palestine. This right here. Like, I mean, these kids are being brainwashed from this young. Like, again, the people that were attacking on October 6th or whatever, those were the kids of the moms and dads who were celebrating in the streets of Palestine when 9/11 happened. They were like, yeah! So again, folks, this is the kind of stuff that, like, whenever, like, people say, you know, why can't Israel just stop doing what they're doing? This is why. Right here. I mean, like, we are dealing with kids who have been brainwashed from that young to hate Jews, hate America, and not value life the way that we value life here in the West. I mean, guys, we here in America get upset when someone kills a dog. They celebrate when they kill somebody over there.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to this next one. Muslims demand don't walk dog spaces in public because it's a violation of Sharia and disrespects them. And this is what we were talking about with Muslims not liking dogs. And this is in the UK, by the way. It says in Manchester, pamphlets have been, I can't read it, so small, have been distributed among groups calling for public purity and have demanded that Brits not take their dogs out in public as dogs are considered impure in the Islamic faith.
Dude, screw these people. Screw all of them, man. Deport all of them. Like, again, you go to a park, everyone start dropping bacon on the ground in parks. Take your dogs everywhere you go.
I mean, they already talked to this. I forget who it was, but they were already talking about this. Is like, in most European schools, public schools now, they're not allowed to have ham, any type of pig products on.
Yeah, I mean, they're already getting rid of menu items because a small minority of people are going, we don't want this in school anymore. I mean, imagine this would be like if the Jews came in and said only kosher meals for everyone.
Yep.
Not just like, just for me. Like, I just need to make sure you have one kosher meal for one person. No, it's like one kid has to have kosher meal, therefore every kid has to have kosher meal. Again, 5 kids at the school are Muslim. Guess what? Pork's off the menu now. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. This next one I think is wonderful. This was CNN actually aired this, and this is the White House press correspondent girl wrecking CNN, and how they thought that this was a win for them is beyond me.
You don't deserve to be here because you're not a real journalist. What's your response to them?
Well, I'm pretty sure the group of people in there spent, 4 years covering for someone who was essentially dead, and that's being charitable in my description of him, a president by the name of Joe Biden. So to all those people who are apoplectic over having new media voices, you guys failed, and that's why we're here.
And Donnie joins me. Now, what else stood out to you?
You don't deserve.
Oh my God! But that, that's the same loser guy. That's that same fairy guy that interviewed what's her name? What's her name? The girl that doxed lives a TikTok.
Yes,
Higher
yes.
Reichik. No, not
Higher
Higher Reichik. The what's her name?
Taylor
Taylor Lorenz.
Taylor Lorenz. Yep.
Yeah, it's that fruit that interviewed Taylor Lorenz, and they were going, Luigi Mangioni's a hero, and he's so good looking. It's like, what the heck, man?
Okay, this one, like I said, hell on earth. Democratic-run cities that were basically any place. Like, remember, they chose this. I think this is the place where the CHOP was. It might be, but like this is apparently how you get to the Barnes and Nobles now. This guy is walking up to the Barnes and Nobles to go get a book, and he records what you have to walk through to get there.
I'm
This
in
is
the
what I describe hell on
garage of the Lloyd Center Mall. These are the
Is
stairs
that a stairwell or a hallway?
required to
Stairwell.
walk up to get to the Barnes and Noble. So I want to show you the path that people have to take to get to the stores.
Are you surprised it says Palestine right there?
Mm-hmm.
Feces
Lots
all
of
over the
graffiti,
wall.
lots of gross stuff on the ground. A lot of rotting food. Feces. It's hard to describe the smell.
Where
but
is
it's
this?
Horrific.
Oregon.
Oh, okay. Well,
A lot
that's
of
not surprising.
discarded clothes.
That's what happens when you legalize drugs.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, just like feces, clothes, food, people clearly graffitiing everywhere. It's disgusting.
This is why private property ownership is a good thing, because people who own stuff privately care about how it looks. Public stuff, or when you don't allow people to kick out and get rid of vagrants and get rid of homeless populations, like this kind of crap happens. Like, it's nuts.
Okay, right here. Taliban whipping female students wanting to go to university.
Dude, I'm actually for this. Bring this to America. Like, women, you're just going to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen from here on out.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. I mean, guys, this is your future. Like, anytime you hear, like Muslims have like a 100-year plan. Like, they're like by 2060, they will have a majority, enough people to vote in only Islamic people into office. Like, that's what's going to happen here. Like, we have to stop Islamic immigration, and we have to be willing to deport naturalized Islamic people who are, not going to bat for this country, aren't going to bat for the values of this country.
Yep.
Like, they're like, anytime you hear someone go, we're trying to put Sharia, like, that's why Ilhan Omar is not fit for office. Like, she goes, we're trying to bring Sharia here. Mm-hmm. I'm for Somalia, not for America. It's like, well, you've just disqualified yourself for office.
Yeah, 100%. This next one here is a repost from Fighting with Memes, but it's from Pink News. Just a reminder, Republican lawmakers want to make child drag shows illegal. And then, of course, the guy who reposted it said, cool, your point?
Yeah. Good. Like, what? Why should any child be in a strip club or whatever? I mean, like, no kid should be dancing around, gallivanting on stage like a stripper for men, for the pleasure of men.
Yep.
Or women. Like, children should not be a part of that life.
Yep. This next one I have here is, who cares if I'm gay? What matters is on the inside. And that's a blood drive guy stick.
Sorry about that. We don't want your blood. Again, it's like,
so
remember, California, they decriminalized intentionally giving people AIDS or HIV.
Yep.
Well, it's just part of the. I mean, I guess that's just part of gay culture. Like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah. Then here's this next one here. Meet Solomon Wakilid Araya, a Tigrian speaking truck driver, Tigran, I don't even say that, who reportedly caused a massive car crash involving more than 18 vehicles, which resulted in the deaths of at least 5 people, including 2 young children. Araya's bond, which was originally set at over $1 million, was reduced to just $7,000 by Texas 427th Criminal Court District Court. Tamira Needles, a Democrat judge, oversees this court. Are you starting to see a pattern now?
Guys, this is crazy. I mean, he can't even read, and so this is what Trump was doing. What they were talking about yesterday.
This was the memes. I saw this blowing up in Twitter and in other social media sites the other day. It says Hispanics, after living in the United States for more than 10 years, still not knowing how to speak English. It's just confused looking. That's what this was for. It's like people are getting truck driving jobs and stuff like this that can't even read
road
or speak.
signs.
Yeah, can't speak the language. And you're just like, how? How?
Yep.
This is why Democrats immediately go to, well, it's because we're not inclusive enough and we need to make it to where signs are all in Spanish and in English. And you're just like, no, they came to America. They need to learn English. When we go to Mexico, they don't start turning all the signs to English for us.
Yeah.
You get your little pamphlet, your little Spanish to American booklet, and you speak the language there. Same in every other country.
Yeah.
Why is it the West is the only one that's like, we'll cater to the rest of the world?
Yeah. It's nuts, man. But I mean, this is the world we live in today, where it's just like, well, make rules for the criminals, rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah. But this one right here is absolutely outstanding.
I think we've seen this one before too.
We have, but yeah, just like this guy just points out that this is why transgenders don't belong in women's spaces.
Sweetheart, tell these people, do you want a little boy to watch you pee?
No,
No. Why?
because inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
This is the moment a very angry father confronted his daughter's school board with nothing but the truth. Have a look at this.
My 8-year-old daughter knows it's inappropriate, and yet y'all sit there silent. If a little boy follows my daughter in that bathroom and touches her, you will have a new radar of dangers. This is ridiculous. You're opening up opportunity for problems to happen. You either create a new bathroom for those who are confused, or you send them to the staff bathroom. I want to prove that you're all hypocrites, because each of you ladies, I want you to invite your husbands. Let's go to the bathroom, and I want them to watch me watch you use the bathroom, and let's see if they get mad. Let's prove to the public the hypocrites that sit on this board. Because I bet you'll get mad when I watch your wife. Your husband will get mad when I watch you. Your husband would feel the same as I would about my wife. Now stand up and do something. You're so scared of losing federal funding, it's ridiculous.
Wow. Well, that's what a real dad looks like. How is it possible for you to be put in a position of power that physically dictates people's lives, and yet it takes an 8-year-old child to tell you what you're doing wrong? I have a young daughter myself,
mouths of babes,
and I'll
they
tell
say.
you now, I'm not scared of cancellation. I completely agree with this guy. If I saw a man follow my daughter into...
I'm just going to pause it because, yeah, it's like that is 100% true. Like that guy pointed out the hypocrisy. He's like, I'm going to watch you girls going to the ladies on the board. I'm going to watch you all go to the bathroom. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Again, it's common sense out the window. We have to be polite. I mean, again, evil preaches tolerance until it takes power, and then it silences good. I mean, like I said, that guy is just spitting facts, and they're just like, well, we're just trying to be inclusive and nice. It's like, nowhere in the Bible does it say be nice. It says be good. And it lays out the things that are good. It means following the will of the Lord. Like, not toxic empathy, not toxic acceptance,
This next one will probably, again, we've already talked about this so much, but Russell Brand's talking about it. It says, Dear Americans, imagine this for a moment. What if 15 of the 20 United States, of the 20 U.S. states were overrun by gangs? I assume he meant to say 50 states, but maybe he's confused. But we're overrun by gangs, assaulting and molesting children and adults every single day. Now imagine if Trump never addressed it, never spoke about it, never acknowledged it. That's what's happening in Britain right now with Keir Starmer.
Yeah, again, the Islamic grooming gangs, like, we don't talk about that. I mean, what we were watching that thing the other day, or was it the Tucker Carlson thing where it's like going, like, the top 10 people on the MI6 or like whatever whatever their national security agency is, the top 10 people on the criminals to watch list are all Islamic. Like, that goes to show you, like, they don't even, like, the Islamists are causing so much problems in the UK that domestic homegrown terrorists are not even on the radar. It's like, you could be a gang of, I don't know, like, what's a gang? Like, you could be like, the IRA is less of a problem in their own country than
radical
Islamists are.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the IRA. It's like when we talk about this too. It's like, when was the last time you heard about like the Italian mafia being trouble, being any problem since like JFK's assassination?
But I mean, here's this too. It's like going the statistics are being like, it's like going, well, the native British populations are the one committing the lion's shares of the crimes. It's like, no, they're not. Not even close.
Yeah. It's the whole statistics thing. It's like, again, it's like, I hate to use it as an example, but like 13% of the population commits 50% of the murders. Like, that's the statistic. Like, out of all the murders in the United States, black people make up 13% of the population, and they commit 50% of those murders. That is insane. I think white people were like 20.
Yeah, it's
and
a
then
statistical
Hispanic is
anomaly.
the next one. Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. And remember, most of those crimes are black on black.
Yeah.
So it's gang violence.
Yeah, it's black on. It's that honor culture we're telling you about. It's that old Civil War. Like I challenge you to a duel, except there's no formal challenge of a duel. It's like, you diss my mom, and now I'm going to drive up to your house. And when you come out, pop, 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 drive away.
Yep.
That is what it is. That is what this is.
100%. Then this next one. And I think this Trump, I don't know whose idea this was, but they responded to this epically with all the Democrats saying that Trump posting all those signs outside the White House is terrible. No. Check this out. Like, they're saying, these are people that deserve, what is it called? Due process. So they brought in the family members of people that these people had killed to talk about what's going on. Check this out. Where's my volume at? I don't know. There it goes.
My name's Angie Morphine Vargas, and I'm mother to Ruben Morphine. He was executed in the streets of Salinas in 1990. 34 years later, I could still cry for him like if it was yesterday.
My name is Maria Vera Vega, and I'm the mother of Marine and Border Patrol agent Javier Vega Jr. Our son, who went by Harvey's, was murdered August the 3rd, 2014.
My name is Chris Odette. I'm an angel father. My daughter, Krisha, was killed September 12th, 2014 by an illegal alien in Rockwall, Texas.
This is my son, Ryan, and his girlfriend, both poisoned to death by illicit fentanyl. I can't bring my son back, but we are doing all of this to save the future Americans from being poisoned to death by fentanyl.
My name is Agnes Gibney. This is my son, Ronald Da Silva, who was murdered by a previously deported criminal illegal alien gang member.
My name is Angel Ma Miriam Mendoza. This is my son, Sergeant Brandon Mendoza of the Mesa, Arizona Police Department, who was killed on May 12, 2014 by a repeat illegal criminal. Thank everybody in this administration for finally paying attention to criminals who harm Americans.
We thank the Trump administration from the bottom of our hearts.
Without them, there would be no justice for my daughter.
We're finally getting some justice in this country for our children.
This right here is what should be living here in America, not criminals that are coming in right now.
That's awesome. Again, it's sad that, it's like you have to bring out and trot these families out who have suffered so much loss in order to prove a point. But, I mean, this is what Democrats do. I mean, tell those people that those illegal immigrants deserve, more rights than they do. They deserve due process. It's like, guys, you forfeit that. Like, if you come here illegally and then kill somebody, like, oh, you want due process? How about we just give you the express lane out of the country and you can get due process in your home country?
We had a person comment on one of our videos that we had, and they were asking, like, oh, they still deserve due process, and just like he appreciated me. He goes, you're not flying off the hand like most people I have this conversation with. And I go, I agree. I always am up for a healthy debate and good conversation and a good faith conversation. Mm-hmm. But he goes, but he left on the fact that they need to have due process. People still have rights. I'm just like, I agree. If they had committed no other crime previous to crossing the border, but even then, I'm still skeptical. I don't think that we should have any immigration. I'm 100% against illegal immigration. Mm-hmm. I think we should cut back all immigration. Right now.
We should stop all immigration.
Yeah. But I go. But those people, if they have committed any other murder, assault, or any type of violent crime, I go, I could care less about their due process because they did not give a crap about the due process of the people that they hurt.
Yeah.
And I go, so that's the least of my concern is a violent criminal's due process.
Yeah, I mean, I get why do they here? And here's my argument too. What do they need due process here in this country for? Send them back to their country and get due process.
Yeah, 100%. But this next one here, like I said, I'm glad that we had this one, but this just got way worse for Dems. Fox News has footage of Kilmar Garcia smuggling humans across the border.
Who's Kilmar Garcia again?
He's the one that they want back. The Democrats
from El Salvador?
Down, yeah, from El Salvador.
My God.
And he was a human. He caught him human trafficking.
What, this is like footage of him human trafficking a while ago?
Police body cam footage. Fox News talked about this like the other day. So, yeah.
He's just an innocent baby angel Aladdin. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Maryland father. That's a working class father of four right there.
Yeah.
Maryland man.
Okay. Then there's this. This has gone completely viral, so I assumed we would talk about this. But this lady got called out by some guy for unfortunately calling a young black kid the N-word.
Yeah.
So you saw this too?
I saw it, yeah.
So basically, she goes, why would you call, and this guy immediately starts filming and records. He goes, why did you call that kid the N-word? Why did you call that kid the N-word? And she's like, he was going through my purse. And it was, I don't know if they were bullying his kids or something too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just like, but this is kind of gets to the point that you were talking about earlier. It's like, it seems that, white America has finally had enough.
Yeah.
And like, that's a bad thing. I mean, I'm not okay with this. Like, I'm not okay with this happening, but I mean, like, at some point, something's got to give. And like, you can only be pushed so far before like the pendulum's going to swing back, and it's going to swing back hard. I mean, I almost wish I had brought up the creator of the Boondocks talking about that. It's like, because the black community, he talked about the black community. So you don't understand. White people are going to be fed up with this. You're going to lose the empathy. They have sympathy for us right now.
Yes, the race card has worked on white America for a very long time. But again, try the race card on Hispanics. They don't care. Like they don't have any ties to the whole, age-old, like white people responsible for slavery crap. They don't have that. They don't have that white guilt. They're like going, I don't give a dang about you or your problems. Go anywhere else in the world. Nobody gives a crap. Like we've been held hostage by white guilt for slavery, for so long. I mean, again, it's going to stop. It's been like over 100 years now.
Yeah.
People are going to stop caring. The tolerance, it's their empathy has limits,
Well, that's what this next one is. It says, rest in peace, white guilt, May 1st, 2025.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, that kid was not wrong. He was just wrong on the timeline. The creator of the Boondocks was not wrong.
You might actually pull that video up of the creator of the Boondocks.
I'll pull it up real quick. But yeah, the rest of this is, and of course, like, you
That's
ever
how you could
wonder
end the
why,
show.
and this is the last one here, is like, you ever wonder why that Islam is like all okay with the left and transgender ideology? It's because they too are wanting to marry 6 to 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
And this is like 3 Islamic scholars
yes.
talking about, yes, the age of consent.
These are their top guys. These are people that like you can't argue with because they are, like they're well-learned Islamic scholars.
Okay, YouTube. And you wanted me to pull up the Boondocks guy talking about.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to find it.
You
might cut back over to me while you're doing that.
Sure, absolutely.
But yeah, again, Islam has a plan. They are attempting to take over, subvert, and infiltrate these countries. And again, they will ally themselves with the Democrats. Like I said, they'll never openly ally themselves with the gay community. Like, I mean, you saw the other day, like that gay communist, freaking political candidate went into that kebab store that was run by Muslims, and he was like going, I stand with you guys. I'm a gay communist, and we're going to be friends. And they're like, get the hell out of our store. Get out of our store, you homo. Like,
most things
they
that
are
going
not
down
your
today
friends.
are going down because of money and profit. Absolutely. The wars, the peace, stocks, and every single TV show you watch. Believe me, what you see on television when you turn on CNN and you turn on MSNBC, that's entertainment.
No, we got to find the right one.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is there's a cartoon show called The Boondocks. It's very popular. I would say it was probably the first black anime. You know what I mean? Like it was like I mean, it was a really popular cartoon, and there was a lot of social commentary in it. And this guy, he's the creator of that show, and he's talking about like where he sees the future of the black community. I mean, like he created one of the most controversial episodes of cartoon history by like if Martin this episode like if Martin Luther King hadn't died, what would he think of the black community today? And he comes back and he calls all these black people are celebrating and they're doing like hood rat culture stuff. Like they're celebrating, they're twerking, they're dancing, and Martin Luther King's trying to give this speech and he just calls them the N-words. He goes, "You all need to stop, you bunch of N-words," and like then Martin Luther King effectively gets booed out of the room by the entire black community because he goes, "This is not what I fought for. What y'all are doing and celebrating." And they were like, and the show, I guess it was on Cartoon Network, right, or whatever show that whatever network was airing this cartoon were like, "We are not airing this because we're going to catch too much flack for that." But I mean, it was a brutally honest moment of television. He goes, this is not the direction that we wanted the black community going, but this is the direction the black community went. Celebrating violence and hood rat culture and gang culture and thug culture. And, but yeah, no, so this creator of the Boondocks, I mean, he is, it's prolific what he has to say. And like, I mean, again, the social commentary in his show, like I've seen some of the episodes. They're hilarious, but B, the social commentary is phenomenal.
Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in terms of our leadership have been able to maintain a presence, is that black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we have been using. And let me be the first to tell you, that's used up. White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone. You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a damn fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a damn fool?
This is the full one.
No, that's not the full one. But you get the gist of what he's trying to say. Like that whole moral currency thing. That was what I wanted to hear. Like, and that's what you
about
were.
Your march and your picket sign. And even if they did, they'll never know what happened because you won't get on the news. This is what image is. This is what we're talking about. Wrestling control of information from those that have it and those that don't want to be honest. Those that want to use that information to put a stranglehold on the entire planet.
There are cases.
Yeah, you don't need to do anymore. Like I said, the moral currency being burnt out was what we were talking about. And that sums up exactly what that little, that, unfortunately, that white girl who called that little kid going through her purse the N-word. Like, I mean, like, that it's over. Like, I mean, people are done. They've had it. Like we're done. Like, we've seen what BLM did. We've seen the cons that have been put on by these black activist groups. Like, we know that they're not out for the black community's best interests, yet it still persists. People are done. So again, you just have to we have to go back to Christ. You're just like, look, forgive your debtors, okay? Forgive your trespasses. Like I said, that is the foundational prayer that Jesus taught. And again, the black community is not just like forgive and forget. Like, no, we will hold on to this forever because it's all we have. Just let go, forgive and forget. We got to move past this stuff. Because if we don't, we're just going to keep tearing each other apart. And there's no point. We're all God's children at the end of the day. And that's what's important, man. Like, you're not going to create paradise on earth. You're not like, I mean, reparations are only going to go so far. Like, what? You're going to get, what, $50,000, what, maybe $1 million? And again, I mean, Dave Chappelle's done skits about this where they go, the black community spent it all in one day.
Yeah.
And they were still poor and broke a couple of weeks later.
Yeah.
Like, again, giving people money isn't going to change their habits. It's not going to solve the problem. I mean, if money solved problems, America would be able to fix the world's problems because apparently we have an unlimited amount of money to just throw at anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if money solved all the problems, USAID would have solved every issue in the world.
Yeah.
They donate. They sure as hell donated money to everything. So again, I know we were kind of all over the place with the meme review today, but it's a lot of the stuff. You know, I mean, everything is connected, man. Everything, absolutely everything. All the problems in the world, all the sin that you're seeing, man. It's all a problem, and we just gotta open your eyes to it. Do the right thing. Don't be a toxic, empathetic person. Don't believe in toxic empathy. Don't believe in niceness. Like, I mean, being nice is not a virtue. There's not a list of 7. You got the 7 deadly sins. You got the 7 heavenly virtues. Being nice is not one of the 7 heavenly virtues.
That's 100% correct.
Again, you're just a doormat. I'm nice. Okay, well then just be a doormat. Let people walk all over you. So, this is the Twins with Owasso Live. This was the Morning Loop. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you too can stay in the loop. That is all we've got for you today, and this will be the last time I'm on the show for probably 4 to 6 months. So Chad will be here holding down the fort on his own. So I'll see you later, everybody.
God bless you, everybody. See you later.
Not sure what he's doing out there. It looks like he's going to burn a flag, and Rick Monday runs and takes it away from him. And so Monday, I think a guy was going to set fire to the American flag. Can you imagine that? Well, they better lose him in a hurry. And Monday, when he realized what he was going to do, raced over and took the flag away from him. I'm not sure what he's doing out there. It looks like he's going to burn a flag, and Rick Monday runs and takes it away from him. And so Monday, I think a guy was going to set fire to the American flag. Can you imagine that? Well, they better lose him in a hurry. And Monday, when he realized what he was going to do, raced over and took the flag away from him. I'm not sure what he's doing out there. It looks like he's going to burn a flag, and Rick Monday